All right, good to see you again. Glad you're able to get back to the old practice. So, yeah, you definitely got the 180. That was good to see. Something you can do from now on, just to simplify the process for yourself, you can go ahead and leave the repetition stuff out of your videos and just end it right after you hit your final good high speed take, okay? Um, so, yeah, maybe that'll. Maybe if. Yeah, God, I cannot talk sometimes, I swear. So hopefully that'll help you with getting the videos done there. Still, good idea that you keep doing the repeats off camera, but you don't have to include those. We're all good there. All right, so this is going to be the next picking thing. So a little bit shorter, but I want to just try these little bursts here and see how it goes. And yeah, and I'll also talk about your questions. In fact, before I forget, again, as I almost did forget just now, and then I remembered, oh yeah, you did have questions. So let me open that up now, talk about that, and then we'll play. Let's see. Your email is here. Alright, so let's see. Easier to change from the B to the E string than E to B. So, the reason why, this is common for a lot of people. So, like when you go from the E to the B, this is what people refer to as that inside picking. Because when you start the thing, you're in between the B and the E string. Whereas the other direction, that's the outside picking, because when you begin this whole thing, you're outside of those two strings you're focused on. So with this, you have to not only clear the E string, but then you have to clear the B string as well in order to hit that on the downstroke. Whereas going the other way, you only have the B string to clear in order to hit the E string. So you basically have to clear the distance of two strings when you go from the E to the B, and you only have to clear the distance of one string when you go from the B to the E. And that's why you have an easier time with one direction than the other, because the other one just takes longer to get to. Let's see. You said you watched Troy Grady's Cracking the Code and aware you're an upper pick slanter. Me too. Dominant, anyway. Also really depends on the riff or the lick that's being played. Yes. So, yeah, when I'm going fast, yeah, you basically do what I do. So you said naturals to slant upwards and then somehow skip over the string rotating the wrist. Yep, I do that as well. Yeah, just focus on making it sound good. Just make it sound good. So if you're hitting speeds of 180 and eventually beyond that, then you're fine. You're definitely fine. You don't have to force new movement for anything like that. So yeah, I do the same thing. Just that little turn of the wrist. In fact, I talked about that a lot in that video where I go over two-way pick slanting, how I developed it and all that. So if you haven't watched that yet, definitely a good idea to do so. Just look up Mile High Shred pick slanting, and you should be able to find it. Okay. So hopefully that answers your questions there. But yeah, just keep using what feels natural and just make it sound good. That's the only thing that matters, is if it sounds good. The only time you got to worry about any kind of pick slant stuff is if you cannot get past a certain speed and there's no growth, there's no progress, and it's just clearly what you're doing is not working at all. But that is not the case. And typically, when you just make it sound good and you just gradually push that speed more and more and more, your hand and your arm just do what they need to get up to that speed. So you're doing well with the picking. So keep doing what you are doing. That being said, let's demonstrate the new picking. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hundred. 1, 2, 3, 4. 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And good old 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 220. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'm going to do the repeats at 180 so you can follow along. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, excuse me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, legato. So we got to get them numbers up. So what I'd like to do is just focus on what you're best at, and that's starting with the hammer on. So we want to get this at, again, as fast as possible. So 180 is the minimum we're looking for, but if you can go past that, do so. Get as much speed out of this as you can. So here we go at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're welcome to just try this at 180 straight away. If you can't get 180 straight away, then definitely work it up. But if you can already do it at 180, just send it on over as soon as you got it. All right, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 180, the magic number. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 220. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give 240 a try. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 180 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. All right. So any questions come up, let me know. And yeah, let me know if I answered your question well enough there. I hope I did. Okay, that's it. See you again next week.